day everyone. So this is our second day of doing our cleaning. I'm alone today. Matthew's at work. Anyway, all those heavy lifting and heavy works done. So all I do now is just to remove all this stuff here in this water fountain succulent planter, and then we can still use this one and replant it in the other pot. So maybe I'm going to put some of this in this water or bird bath container. So stay with me guys, and we will see if we can finish this corner of my garden, and we can move on to different area of my garden. So as you know, we have a lot of cleanup to do after this holiday that I have. As soon as we finish this area, then we can move on to different area of my garden. So I'm just going to remove all the succulent plants from the bird bath planter. But don't worry, we're not going to waste any of them. Instead, we'll be using all of these cuttings to create a beautiful arrangements. And I'm going to refresh the old soil by mixing in some fresh new potting mix. This will give the old soil some much needed nutrients. I never throw any old soil I use. It's important to be mindful of our environment and to reuse and recycle whenever we can. Okay, so this water fountain already clean, and I added a new soil, fresh new soil in this water fountain. I didn't remove the old soil. I'll just mix it up with a new fresh soil potting mix, and then I'm going to put a fertilizer. So this is a cacti and succulent controlled release fertilizer. So that's what I use with my succulent plant. So when I do repotted, that's the only time I put a fertilizer on them, and then I will just wait another time to put fertilizer when I do repotted again. So we will just going to give it a mix. Now I'm thinking of putting a Echeveria benimusume here in this water fountain, since this area here is very open, and during winter time we have a lot of rain. Winter time here where I am, really wet. It's raining almost every day, but it's not the same every state here in Australia. Some state they don't have a lot of rain, but where I am we experience a lot of rain during winter time. So we need to choose a tough succulent plant that can survive in this area of my garden. So here's the plant that I'm talking about. This is the Echeveria benimusume. It's quite big plant now. There's a lot of babies underneath, but I'm going to probably cut the babies because this is quite big, and this section of my garden is very shaded. I have a apricot tree overhead, so I'm going to move this one and place it in a sunny position. I also have this Echeveria blood Maria that I want to relocate in the garden, but we will do this one first. As you can see, this Echeveria benimusume is quite large, and it's packed with offsets. These offsets, also known as babies, and are perfect for propagation. I'll be separating them and removing the babies to use in the propagation process. Echeveria benimusume is one of the toughest succulent plants I've ever worked with. This plant is perfect for my garden, and I'm excited to see how it will thrive in its new home. So we're able to plant the half of the benimusume. I remove all the babies. One of them has separated from the clump, so we will going to plant in this side. So this is what it looks like for now. So I'll just turn this one around, and then I'm going to plant this other one over here. So let's dig a little bit. And then, because this one still have roots, it's a little bit very sensitive because this one hasn't been exposed in the sunlight for quite some time. So we will just going to be very careful, and we will going to plant it here. Maybe I'm going to remove this little baby. Okay, and then we're going to put this one or plant this one here like that. So it's beautiful and it still look compact and like it looks full. So we're just going to fill some soil in here. So there's a lot of babies been damaged. Now this is so very young still, so I don't think it will grow. Okay, then we will fill up some more soil. Let's see. It's really crucial that they're facing in the sun because Musume loves the sun. Alright, I think that's fine now. Alright, so that's good for now. I have the cuttings that I can put it here so it will look full and complete. So this cutting here already colors, so we can plant in this empty spot. I might do it this way instead. Okay, put it back like this. Alright, so that looks complete now. And then I'm just going to put rocks around it. So down here we have jelly bean. Now I'm just going to pull this jelly bean out. And then I'm going to repot this individually or repot it in a different pot. This jelly bean is one of my favorite. It's a beautiful plant, but unfortunately where it was before, it doesn't get a good amount of sunlight, and at the moment this is dormant because it's still autumn here in Australia, but soon winter comes. They will going to wake up and they will show their beautiful color. And this one's also easy to propagate. So I'm not going to remove the old soil here. I'm just going to mix it up with fresh soil, and then we can plant something in here. So I don't have idea yet what will I'm going to plant in this planter, but we will going to again choose a plant that can survive in this position, because this section of my garden here, it's open. There's no protection for winter, so when it rains, this area here will get really wet. But overhead I have a shade cloth which is 30%. So I have this freely here that I'm thinking of putting in this pot. So we will just going to remove some oiled soil. Now this one is also a bit dehydrated and the leaves are soft. Now this really here is exposed to full sun, and over here I don't get a lot of sunlight, but let's see how it goes. Moving this one over this section of my garden, and it's a little bit leggy, so I'm not planning to cut this one, although it's leggy, but hopefully it will be happy in this position. Repotting and redoing the garden, guys, it's a hard work.
especially if we are working in the area which is a bit a little bit sunny. So I think that's all right now. Okay, let's see. So let's see how it looks. Okay, we will going to dig deeper. Okay. We can cover it. All right. So since we have a bare stem, I might plant something in here. So this is nearly finished, and then we can move on to next part. All right, so last one. Okay, so next one we will do this part. So I got a few cuttings here that I just cut freshly, but we will not going to have rain anytime soon, so I'm alright to do this. Anyway, the soil is dry. There's no rain for at least 2 weeks, fingers crossed. So we will use all these little small cuttings in this corner here. When I make my arrangement, I like to work with cuttings because cuttings is just easy to work with. And just place them and stick them in the soil. But with roots, you have to dig deep and make sure the roots covered. And I hope these cuttings that I have here will going to survive, because as you see, oh, this damage, we don't have much sunlight in here. So succulent plant needs a lot of sunlight to grow stronger. And now we will move to the upper part. So I'm just going to use this aloe here. Oh, I damaged that. Okay, hang on. I'll better dig. So that's what happened when we have roots. So we had to dig deep. A rack in here for support. I have more cuttings. I just freshly cut that one. So I'll put it in this corner. And I hope that this will get enough sunlight in there. And then we will going to mix it up with Benimusume. And then I have a lipstick here, put in this corner. So we will going to observe this, guys. If it will going to etiolite, then we will replace a different type of plant. So I'm not going to put anything behind. Musume here, maybe we'll put here. We have the Agavoids Blood Maria. So they are all Echeveria. So we have another Agavoids. Don't know what's the variety of that Agavoid. Just stick it there. This one here, I'm not sure what the idea as well. And we'll just put it here behind. I might stick it here, this corner. So let's stick it here. Okay, so they are all echeveria. Now we will need plants over this side. I don't think I have enough, so I'm going to gather more plants in the garden. So this one is Benimusume. The Benimusume will grow big. It depends how much room they got. So if we planted them close together, then they will not grow that fast. I have another of this golden glow. Maybe we'll just put it here. Okay, let's remove this and this. I'll just put it here because I don't have enough plant to make in this arrangement. Alright. Then the Benimusume here, and we have the lipstick here. Okay, I think that will do.
Since this Mexican giant pot planter has plenty of room, I decided to plant some of these cuttings I removed from the bird bath around the
So we're
Mexican
just
giant
trying to fit
succulent
it
plant.
in
I
everything I
want to
have
make
here
it sure
before,
I don't waste any space,
and
even if
I
it's
have
just a small area.
a bowl of blue metal, and this is quite heavy because the pot is heavy. I think that will be fine, so it can reach some sunlight, because down the bottom this plant won't get any sunlight, so we will going to lift it up a bit there. So I only have two pots to fill up. I have this one here and this big round one, and I have a agavoids, Echeveria agavoids here. This is Echeveria agavoids amestral, and this one here is also a Echeveria agavoids. I don't know what sort of variety, and I really like to plant this in this big pot together. But during the winter season we always have a rain, and the agavoids don't like to be sitting in a wet soil for a long period of time, so it's not a good choice for this section, since this one is exposed to the weather conditions. So I'm going to probably find some more plant that I can plant in this big pot. Okay, so I found the plant that I'm going to put in here, and I have the golden glow. So I decided to put the golden glow in this pot since I noticed golden glow is tougher when it comes to winter weather season. So we will just going to stick this because this is just a cutting, and this one is already start to produce some roots. So we're going to just stick in here, easiest step because it's just a cutting. Now I'm going to remove those so that it will going to concentrate on producing more roots. Okay, and then I have another cutting in here. It's also golden glow that is very dehydrated. So we will put in this side, maybe this side. So it's quite a big golden glow. And I have another golden glow here as well, but it's in the pot. And I'm planning, instead of golden glow, I might going to mix it up with this freely. So this freely here comes from this one. So this is the mother plant, and this is what it looks like when it's young. So this one got roots, so I'm not going to dig a little bit in here, this side. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so this freely is already planted, and I have more room here, although this golden glow will still grow big. I have another small freely here that I propagated from here. So this freely can grow big. If you imagine, this will grow big, big. So this will be filled up with big succulent. I think it will be pretty. Alright, so we're nearly finished. I have only this part now to fill up, and then I think we're done in this corner, or yes, in this corner of my garden. Then we will move on at the back. I want to do the raised bed one. So we will going to watch this grow, and fingers crossed they will survive this winter. I still have some ionium to do some maintenance as well. I will not repot them. I'm just going to fill them with new potting mix. A lot of work to be done, guys, a lot of work, but we're getting there, and I hope I can keep up before the winter season set in, because during the winter we could hardly do much work in the garden because it's almost raining every day. Unless weather change, we will have a dry winter. I forgot we're going to cut this flower stalk, so this golden glow will concentrate on producing roots, and then we can propagate the leaves. So golden glow leaf is easy to propagate. Right, so we're almost done. I'm just going to put a border in here just to tidy up a bit. There. So I need one more rock there and we're done. But for now, that will do. And here it is. This area is clean up, but there's still a lot needs to be done, so I'm not going to just concentrate in here. This will do, and then I'll give you a closer look what we have put in here. And yeah, so we can move on to the other corner of my garden. So we continue our cleanup, and next video I'm going to do the raised bed garden. So I'm happy with this. So far this is what I achieved cleaning up in the garden. So here's the overall look for now. Those potted plants are doing well, and this area is still clean. And I'm so happy of the result. I still have potted plants in here that I want to redo as well because they're not doing well. But let's go back to what I finished yesterday. So here's the Mexican giant. This Mexican giant is quite big. And also our Benemusume. Now yesterday afternoon, the sun is really shining in this side, and the Benemusume has a little mark of burn, but it's alright. This one will get used to it later on in this side. And it's autumn here in Australia. The sun is not really so intense. and this is what it looks like down the bottom. So I just put some plants in here that I know will survive this winter, fingers crossed, and some of the potted plants that it's in here before, so I just tuck it in there. Then we have the frilly, so that's additional. The purple delight, another frilly, and then I planted some elegance in there. We have the golden glow, some frilly, and the agavoids. I just put it in the top, or I just put it on the top of the pot. And then I have this arrangement here. All of these cuttings are come from those potted plants that I redo, and I put it together. Now this one has a mixture of Echeveria, Graptoveria, and so on. And eventually, this arrangement, some of the plant will overgrow the other plants. So we will just do maintenance, and it's because I like this arrangement to be grow evenly. But let's see how it goes with this arrangement. Anyway, during this winter season, I can just lift this one up if it's struggling. Then I have the agavoids here, and then those potted plants that has a mixture of frilly, echeveria. It's doing well. I'm going to cut this off. So with the flower stalk, someone asked me, what do I do with the flower stalk? I remove the leaf and propagate it. And when it's thick like this, you can also propagate this one. Just stick it in the soil, and sometimes there's a baby grows on this flower stalk stem that is a thick one. So that's what I do with the flower stalk. But when it's skinny like this, I don't bother it. I'll just get the leaf and hoping for the best that it will grow baby. So that's what it looks like for now, guys. And now we can move on. At the back of my garden, I have a raised bed garden that I want to redo as well, because it's not doing well, it's not doing good, and it's really look ugly. So
That's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoy our video for this weekend. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more gardening videos. Thank you so much to all your love and support, and to all your lovely and very inspiring messages towards us. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.